Hello, brothers and sisters. Hey, thanks for joining me. Normally, when I do these stories, I try to keep it light, but this one I can't keep light. This one I actually feel furious about. This is the story that has made me more angry than any other I can think of in a while. Scandal in Sweden. A court will not deport the refugee who raped a minor because it did not last long enough. You heard it, folks. This sounds crazy to me. This is, to me, the ultimate in the whole two-tier justice that's going on in Europe and the UK and in the US. And this is the logical extension of all these woke policies. So I'm going to say it right up front. All these woke policies just need to be stamped out. Justice needs to be blind. It doesn't matter what somebody looks like, where they come from, what their religion is, what their circumstances are. If they commit crimes, they need to be held to the same standards as others, no matter what. Rape has to be one of the most horrendous crimes that there is. So, how could this crime not be serious enough to warrant deportation of the offender? I just don't understand it. Swedish justice ruled that the attack was not serious enough to justify the deportation of the assailant. I just can't believe I'm reading these words. The Swedish justice system needs to be looked at really hard. These leftist judges are destroying our country. Similar type things are happening in the UK and in the US. This is just the most egregious example. The Alto Norland Court of Appeals decided that Yazid Mohammed, an 18-year-old Eritrean refugee convicted of raping Maya Aberg, 16, will not be deported once he serves his sentence. The attack on September 1, 24, when the young woman was walking home after missing the bus following her shift at McDonald's in a pedestrian tunnel, she was intercepted and sexually assaulted by Mohammed. So it's just a young girl walking home from her job at McDonald's. Here she is, having a pizza. The victim and her family reported the incident immediately. The court sentenced him to only 3 years in prison, but the tribunal ruled that the rape did not last long enough to be considered an exceptionally serious crime. Therefore, did not apply deportation. The arguments in the ruling: according to Swedish law, refugees can only be expelled if they commit a crime considered exceptionally serious or they pose a serious threat to public order and security. So what do you have to do for it to be exceptionally serious in Sweden if rape is not serious enough? Help me make this make sense. In its ruling, the tribunal stated, although the crime was serious, the duration of the attack was one of the determining factors for not considering it within the category. What? These judges need to be sacked. 100%. Judge needs to go. People should be marching in the streets in Sweden over this. Rape in many cases is considered an exceptionally serious crime that could justify the deportation of a refugee. However, each case must be evaluated individually. Given the nature and duration of the incident, the court considers that it doesn't constitute an exceptionally serious crime that warrants deportation, the court wrote in its ruling. They need to appeal this up to the Supreme Court of Sweden. This just should not be able to stand. The perpetrator has refugee status, the protection under the United Nations Convention relating to the status of refugees, which restricts expulsion except in extreme cases. The tribunal concluded there was no current threat to public order, so Mohammed will serve his sentence in Sweden and will not be returned to Eritrea. I get that Eritrea is probably a bad place. I don't care. If you're a rapist, I don't want you in my country. Even if you're a citizen, I don't want you in my country. I want you in jail so you can't be out with normal people. The decision caused national outrage, as it should. Various sectors questioned that the court prioritized the perpetrator's immigration status over the seriousness of the crime. Local media and political leaders demanded a review of the deportation law for cases of sexual offenses. The case reignited the discussion about the limits of the Swedish judicial and immigration model, where asylum laws prevent deportation of refugees even after violent crimes. The government is considering tightening expulsion criteria in a context of growing public pressure over insecurity linked to repeat foreign offenders. And this is in an Argentinian paper. There's not a lot of stories out there on this in the internet. So let me know if you're in the UK and you've seen this. Is this a big story in the UK? It should be. This is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for me, folks. This guy should 100% be deported. I'm on the record. I'm very pro deportation. We have plenty of criminals and other knuckleheads here already in our countries. If you are in my country illegally, we should deport you. Period. End of story. If you are in my country and commit a crime, we should deport you. End of story. I don't actually care what the crime was. I don't care if you have refugee status. We should deport you. And the laws need to reflect that. I'm all for Trump deporting everyone that he catches who is in America illegally. If you are an illegal alien in a country, you should be deported. And I'm not using any of that leftist doublespeak and calling them migrants and such. I'm a migrant. I was born in Scotland, but I live in America. But I came legally. I have papers. My parents did it the right way. So I say do it the right way or go home. And if you're a criminal, we should just send you home anyway. If you're out talking bad about America and saying you hate America or you hate American policies, I say if you're not an American, you don't get that level of free speech. That's reserved for actual citizens. Wait till you're a citizen before you go march against Trump deporting migrants. If you cause any kind of trouble, you should be deported. So this is shocking to me. Europe, the UK, you guys are on notice. Don't let this two-tier justice keep happening. Put a stop to this. Put in politicians that will protect Britons, protect Europeans, protect citizens from this unchecked migration. I get that a lot of these people are coming from bad circumstances, and I get that a lot of them are just coming for better lives and better jobs. But the problem is enough of them are criminals that it's causing a lot of trouble. And with this unchecked migration, they've let too many people in, so it's straining resources like housing, and benefits that should be going to citizens are being diverted to migrants. And now they're not even deporting rapists in Sweden. And I've seen the crime statistics in Sweden. It's not good over there, folks. They let everyone in, and I think they're now starting to tighten up their immigration policies in Sweden because they've realized all this unchecked migration is a failed experiment in Sweden. And Britain, you need to do the same. Stop letting these rapists come into the country. Go catch all the grooming gangs. The MP in charge of the grooming gangs, she should step down right now. Haven't we had 4 of the victims actually resign because they're basically saying that the government is whitewashing it? All of this nonsense needs to stop. Stop letting these criminals come in, and when they come in, deport them. And Swedish judges, I can't think of very many crimes worse than rape. If you won't deport somebody for rape, that's madness. Tell me what I got wrong. Hey, like and subscribe if you like this, and if you don't like it, don't watch it. Thanks, bye.